And a balanced fund is basically a buffet.
Time.
Exactly.
And not only time, the research to find that information about what is about to happen before it happens.
Exactly. I was talking about the money market funds, which are one of the CSs. But the fund manager is not even talking to the branch manager. Maybe they're talking to a treasury head or a director.
Wow.
So they're able to push for more.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it has been a long minute since I sat right here in front of a camera. Today's shoot is a little bit different. Let me get straight into it. Today's shoot is a little bit different, but first of all, nimewamis wo. Basically, whatever it is that you're watching us from the world, I have missed you, and it is a pleasure to be in front of the camera. I promise you, much more content is coming. If you've seen I've come here, I'm kicking it off with a bang. Now, this conversation that I'm about to have right now is very different from the conversations that I've had on the platform. To be honest, I've never had one like this. And let me give you a little bit of the history. So, I invited Rina Hicks to do her CTA, which is the Playhouse, where she gave her life story. And then she came back to do a class in session where she talked about the principles of kingdom business. I invited Pius to give his story. Pius also came back and did a class in session on investing with purpose. And then I was like, I'm really enjoying these money conversations. How about I put the two of them together? So I brought Rina and Pius together. And again, we had another financial conversation. And the conversation this time was how to make money doing nothing. Then I met somebody. And this somebody came and asked me, Richie, you have so many amazing conversations on your platform. Rewind. Esther, you have so many amazing conversations on your platform. I truly hope that you are doing something with all this information that you're getting. You guys, I won't lie to you, that one hit me hard. It hit me hard because as much as I was bringing all these people that with such rich, valuable conversation, I personally had not bust a move. Meaning I personally had not done that which it is that they said. So in October of 2024, I said, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to stop just bringing these guys to talk, but I'm actually going to bust a move and I'm going to enter. So I had a conversation with Rina Hicks and I told her that I'd like to invest in Oak Special Fund. Now, with me, we're going to be breaking down this product. And here is why. Because I have questions. As an investor in Oak Special Fund, I have questions. And rather than get Rina here, you know, they can be the owner of the building, the owner of the restaurant, and then there is the chef who cooks the meal that brings you to the restaurant over and over and over and over and over again. With me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I've got the chef, the one who does the cooking, the one who makes the linguine carbonara, the one who makes le pasta, the one who makes le delicious. Anyway, the one who actually is the one who handles my money. So I've got some questions for him. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Aizo as usual, and a whole team of people behind here, including Morewa Maitso. Everybody put your hands together for none other than Ian Kahangara!
Thank you.
We do it a bit different here. The energy could go high.
Yes, I can see.
Ian?
Yes.
Welcome to CTA.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming, accepting my invite, allowing me to crash your shoots, and then for us to have this conversation.
Sure.
So I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself, but before I do, let me say, I invested in Oak of October of 2024, and I've explained the history that led me to that.
Yes.
And I have a couple of questions.
Yes.
I have a couple of questions. Now, before I get to the questions, angalia camera and introduce yourself so that guys can know who Le Chef is.
Hi everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Ian Kahangara is my name. I'm the Director, Global Markets in Faida Investment Bank and also the Chief Investment Officer or CIO of Oak Funds. Thank you.
Alrighty. So now, ever since I joined, let's get straight into it.
Yes.
Because guys want to know. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
I say congratulations because as an investor, I've been following keenly, and you have grown together with the amazing team that you have grown this fund incredibly. And as of now, I just heard you say that you have crossed 6 billion.
Yes, we have crossed 6 billion in the last 16 months now.
The few coins people like Richie have been giving you and the big coins that other people have been giving you.
Yes.
Now that together has combined is over 6 billion.
Yes, to be specific, 6.1 billion as at yesterday.
Yesterday being?
Being 7th of July, 2025.
Okay. Now, I joined Oak Special Fund. What I did is I took my money and I gave it to Faida. It wasn't even really Faida Oak, and we'll get into that.
Yes.
But then after that, what happened is every 5th, I get a statement. At the same time, I get this thing called a fact sheet. So that is what I'm going to use as the basis. Because I got this fact sheet yesterday.
Yes.
And there are some questions that I have about this and also about my statement so that I can understand then, so this and this is how my money is growing. Is my money safe? How are you making returns? If I want to get my money out, I have all these questions.
Yes.
And you don't go over hot seat, but can we have a conversation?
Open to it.
Open to it.
Yes.
Sawa. So first and foremost, in case somebody is watching and has no idea, what is Oak Special Fund?
Okay. Oak Special Fund is actually a collective investment scheme. Collective investment scheme, that name always bewildered me because collective and scheme, it's a bit of a repetition because a scheme is usually a collection of people or funds.
And let me even say, Paul, I interject a lot, but with
Yes.
good reason. In our world, when we hear scheme, we think pyramid scheme. Nasema tu kweli. As layman guys who don't speak that financial jargon, scheme doesn't sound nice.
But maybe it has been misused. But actually, what majority of the people here, I know they know MMF, money market funds. So actually, a money market fund that is under the Capital Markets Authority is one of the most common. We call them CIS, Collective Investment Scheme.
Okay.
So among the traditional, I'm calling traditional in terms of the ones that have been there for a long time, collective investment schemes have actually been 4. One being a money market fund. So it is people bring money, the money is pulled together and invested into what we call liquid assets. So maybe just placing call deposits, bank deposits, and
I love it. You see the financial guys. So when you say liquid assets,
yes,
an asset. I know I'm breaking it really down.
Yes,
but an asset is something that appreciates over time.
An asset, I want to call it. It's like an investment vehicle.
Okay.
Let me give an example. Anything. If I may borrow from Robert Kiyosaki, anything that gives you money is an asset.
Anything that takes away money,
is liability. That is the best thing.
So when you say liquid assets.
So by liquid asset, let me give a very good example. If you buy land and you bought land for 1 million and you are told after 6 months that that land is worth 1.5, as much as it is worth 1.5, you might start selling it and take 2 years before you get an owner to buy, someone else to buy. So as much as you have an asset, which is land, it has appreciated in terms of it has increased its value, but getting back the value from that asset or that investment sometimes is a bit too hard or prohibitive. But there are assets stroke investments whereby getting back your value is quite fast.
You know, and I really like the way you're saying the value. I've heard a lot of people say cash is king.
Yes.
Unasema getting cash.
Yes.
Moving this gadget here called your land to
liquid cash or money.
Cash.
Money that you can use now.
That's why there's something that people call asset rich, cash poor.
Yes.
It means you have billions of shillings worth of assets, but cash
Zero.
cash you have zero. Okay, so now let's go back to these liquid asset groups that you were talking about before.
Okay. I was talking about the money market funds, which are one of the CSs. They usually concentrate on, let me say, cash-rich investments that are not taking too long. Per regulation, assets that don't go beyond 18 months maturity.
Okay.
So that is for money market funds.
Okay. Again, I'll take you slowly. You've said money market invest in assets that take a maximum of 18 months.
18 months or shorter periods.
Okay.
So the aim is people who have funds, they want a better return than they can basically go and get it for themselves, but they don't want to stay for too long.
Okay.
So someone can invest for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. They usually have very minimal, if at all, lock-in period. Even a minimum maybe of about a week lock-in period or zero lock-in period.
To be honest, some money market funds, you can put in money today and hit withdraw, and in 48 hours you can have it.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the strength about money market funds. That is one. Two, the traditional now CSs, we are talking about a fixed income fund or a bond fund.
Okay.
This is a fund that primarily invests in, I'll call them government securities or Kenya treasury bonds or treasury bills.
Okay.
So this one is for clients who are looking at slightly longer time horizon, looking at higher yields, and okay with being with, let me call them a bit sticky assets. Assets that won't be liquidated as fast as money markets.
Okay.
You'll find those ones characterized by a lock-in period. So there's a minimum period maybe you're supposed to stay in the fund before you get your money back.
Okay, like treasury bonds sometimes is one for
Yes.
a year, is it?
Treasury bonds, actually, you'll find even 5, 10, 15 years. But for the fund itself, you can find maybe the lock-in period is 6 months or a year or up to 2, up to there.
Okay, so what we're saying, just to slow you down, collective investment schemes, I've understood that.
Yes.
Then you've talked about money market funds. You've
Being
talked
one.
being one. You've talked about fixed income.
Yes.
Aha.
And I want to go to a third one, which can be an equities fund. Or basically equities, you're talking about stocks.
Yes.
So you can get a fund that primarily focuses on trading on, let's say, the NSE stocks, Nairobi Securities Exchange stocks. So they are buying the likes of Safaricom, KCB, BAT, Coop Bank, and the rest to make their return.
I get
So that's their focus.
An equity fund.
This is an equity fund.
And let me also just ask this question. The essence of fund means it is collectively. Am I right? So it means Aizo has given you money, Richie has given you money, and then you are taking this total and investing in either the equity fund,
Yes.
the money market fund,
Yes.
the fixed income fund.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give the
Nimeenda
fourth one.
shule, bro.
I'll give the fourth one. Then after the fourth one, I'll say, what's the purpose? Why go to a collective investment scheme? Now, the fourth one is a balanced fund.
Balanced fund.
And a balanced fund is basically a buffet. A buffet of the three in different levels. So you can have a balanced fund whereby you are saying that 30% is in fixed income, maybe 40% is in equities, then the rest is in what we call cash and cash equivalents, which is almost equivalent to a money market fund. So they can be in various ratios, and that is what we call a balanced fund. So this is someone who is saying maybe fixed income is doing well, but it might not do well the next time. When it's not doing well, equities are doing well. So they want to balance such that they are able to have more consistent returns. So traditionally, those have been the 4 collective investment schemes that we've had for the longest in the Nairobi, the Capital Markets Authority in Kenya. Why CISs? That's the first thing. Before we go to ours, which is a special fund. That's a totally different conversation. Why collective investment schemes? If you walked to a bank right now, give or take, with just, let's say, even 50,000 Kenya shillings, and told them, I want to place this money on fixed deposit for the next 3 months or 6 months, what rate will they give you? You'll get maybe 2%.
Yeah.
If you
If you are
lucky,
lucky. Yep.
or 1 point something percent.
Yep.
You see. But what happens is the game of numbers. When you bring your 50,000, someone brings 1,000 and everything, the fund manager ends up having 100 million. When they approach the bank,
Nguvu. Gravitas.
yes, exactly.
Big boy.
When they approach the bank and tell them, I need to fix 100 million, easily, now, as much as the rates are low, they'll get 8 to 10%.
Wow.
If they get 8 to 10%, even let's take they charge you 2% management fee. Even at 8, that means the person who has invested is ending up with 6%.
I get it.
While if they went alone, they would have gotten maybe 2%. And that is the flexibility.
And also, in fact, when you say that, I would also think if I own the bank, I'd like you because you come more often.
Yes.
You see, if me, I have only 50K, I'll come that time, and then maybe I wait 2 years, I come, but you'll come today, tomorrow, consistently.
Also the power of negotiation and the level of negotiation. By the time you walk into the bank, you are talking maybe to the bank officer, maybe even not to the branch manager.
I get it.
But the fund manager is not even talking to the branch manager. Maybe they are talking to a treasury head or a director.
Wow.
So they are able to push for more and get more value for their money. That is what is happening. On the second side, I want to look at the fixed income and the what we call the equities, which are the stocks. As an individual, it will be you are doing your daily job. So you are employed, whether you are an accountant or an admin, you have your job to do.
A marketing guru.
A marketing guru. What you're saying is, if you want to invest on your own, you have to leave your daily job, get home, get to your computer and start doing analysis, which stock to buy, when to buy, and everything.
Yeah.
In the evening, you decide this is what I'm buying. 1 week later, something happens. You are busy in your daily job. You don't know what's happening. You have not exited. Only for you to look at it 6 months down the line and realize even the stock went down.
Bro, you know, I've dabbled in this world kidogo with crypto.
Yes.
Let me tell you, you sleep. You go, I don't know, for a shoot, a CTA shoot where you come the whole day. You come back, that shrooms that you had, Bitcoin has gone down, Ethereum has gone up. You didn't even, it was time.
Exactly.
And not only time, the research to find that information about what is about to happen before it happens.
Exactly. So funds enjoy dedicated dealers or traders who are actively trading for that. Okay. So there are people who wake up every morning to research and to trade for that. So the way you've said you're a marketing guru, that's what you do every day.
Oh, you knew I was talking about myself,
Yes.
I noticed.
I love that. The way you said it. There's someone who wakes up every day. Their work is to research and to see where to get a return and to stay updated. So you are basically delegating that work of research to someone else.
Okay.
So that they can do it. So those are the few strengths I wanted to highlight on the CISs before I go to the special fund.
Okay. Hey, Ian, you're giving us value for days. This is going to be a good series. I'm going to take a 2-minute break to endele. Episode 1, share this one.